There's a kind of love that doesn't ask if it should. It doesn't weigh right against wrong. It calculates differently. How much of someone else to save your own? She didn't count in lives. She counted in exchanges. And she believed deeply, completely, that the universe kept a ledger. 3 for 1. Blood for safety. Bodies for a son.
This is not about what she did. This is about what she thought while doing it.
She was born into prophecy, not the kind that crowns you, the kind that curses. A fortune teller once told her mother, "You will have children, but the earth will take them all." And it did. One after another. Stillborn, sickly, gone before their names had weight. Out of 17, only 4 survived. Imagine that. Imagine your body as a grave you keep filling. Imagine watching fate, faceless, cold, reach into your life again and again, taking what you made. After a while, you stop believing in randomness. You start believing in forces, invisible hands, bargains you didn't know you made, and debts you have to pay. She didn't see the world the way you do. She saw it layered. Beneath the surface, spirits, omens, curses running through bloodlines like cracks in stone. Every mirror could trap a soul. Every dream was a message. Every loss was punishment. She wasn't insane. She was faithful. Faithful to a logic older than law. To her, magic wasn't metaphor. It was mechanics. And when her son, her favorite, her Giuseppe, was called to war, she didn't pray. She traded. Killing, for her, was not rage. It wasn't pleasure. It was procedure. She had a recipe, not for cake, for sacrifice. The first time she tested herself, could she do it? Could she take a woman, someone she knew, someone who trusted her, and turn her into an offering? Yes, easily. Because in her mind, that woman was never a person. She was a component, a transaction, an ingredient in a spell more important than one life. She chose women who were alone, women no one would miss quickly, women who came to her to ask for help, for fortune-telling, for friendship. They walked into her home, sat at her table. She gave them drugged wine, and when they slumped, soft and trusting, she became efficient. An axe to the neck, the body dismembered with the care of a butcher. Blood drained into a basin. She saved it, coagulated it, baked it into dark, crumbling cakes. Flesh boiled down with caustic soda until it became soap. Neat, pale, useful. She washed herself with it, gave bars to neighbors, served the cakes with coffee. There was no hesitation after the first. There was rhythm. She killed 3 women in the span of months. Same method, same care, same belief that each death bought her son another day. She didn't hide from what she was doing. She refined it, took pride in the process. She later told authorities calmly how she perfected the soap, how she adjusted the proportions, how she made sure nothing went to waste. She wasn't haunted. She was accomplished. Inside her mind, there was no murder. There was only mathematics, a mother's equation. If fate demands a life, give it one that isn't yours. If the universe is hungry, feed it strangers, not sons. She saw herself as brave, as someone willing to do what other mothers only whispered in desperate prayers. Please, take someone else, not mine. She just followed through. She didn't beg invisible forces. She negotiated with them. And negotiation requires sacrifice, equal weight. 3 women, 3 vessels of blood and bone rendered down, transformed, redistributed. For everyone she killed, her son would survive another battle, another month, another year. In her mind, she wasn't a monster. She was a guardian, the only one willing to pay the price, the only one who understood how the world really worked. Not through kindness, not through virtue, through exchange. And you know what's most unsettling? She felt no guilt. Not because she was broken, but because, to her, guilt would mean doubt, and doubt would mean the sacrifice was wasted. So she stayed certain, locked into her own truth, unwavering. Even at trial, she didn't apologize. She explained, calmly, precisely. She told them how she did it. She told them why. And when they sentenced her, she didn't weep for the dead. She wept because her son came home from the war alive, but only after she was caught. In her mind, she had succeeded. The magic worked. The sacrifice was accepted. But even the most rigid belief systems fracture. She didn't stop because she was satisfied. She stopped because she was found out. And that's important, because it means she might not have stopped at all. 3 sacrifices for one son. But what if the war continued? What if he was sent again? What if another child got sick? How many exchanges can you make before you run out of strangers? Before the neighborhood notices? Before the absences stack too high? Her final victim, a woman named Virginia, had a family. A daughter-in-law who asked questions, who noticed, who went to the police. And that's where the cracks appeared. Not in her conscience, in her control. She had become so confident in her system, so assured in her purpose, that she stopped seeing risk. She believed the universe was on her side, that her intentions sanctified her actions. She thought she was protected, chosen. But fate doesn't protect. It just watches. And when the police came, she didn't run. She confessed, openly, proudly even. Because in her mind, confession wasn't guilt. It was testimony. Proof that she had loved harder than anyone else. That she had done the impossible. That she had beaten death. Even as they led her away, she didn't break. She calcified, became legend, became the woman who turned humans into soap and sleep into nightmares. But inside, she still believed she won. Here's what stays with you. Not the soap, not the cakes, not even the bodies. It's this. She loved her son. Truly, ferociously, the way mothers are supposed to. And that love, pure, primal, endless, didn't stop her. It fueled her.
We like to think love is inherently good, that it redeems, guides, protects. But love is just a force, and forces don't have morality, only direction. She pointed hers inward, toward her child, and everything outside that circle became negotiable, usable, expendable. You might think you'd never do what she did, and you're probably right. But ask yourself, if you believed, truly believed, that killing a stranger would save your child, how long would you hesitate? She didn't hesitate at all, and she never regretted it. That's not insanity. That's conviction. And conviction without empathy is one of the most dangerous things a human mind can hold. She died in an asylum, still certain, still faithful, still counting the exchange. 3 for 1, blood for safety, sacrifice for love.